Hey folks, Tim Frio here, the rate update. Today we're going to talk about who do you use or how do you find your first mortgage if you're looking to buy a house. Should I use a bank? Should I use those online systems where I plug in all my data and then what? Or should I use the Frio team? So it's not an ad. I just want to explain to you guys what and who offers what. So don't go away. That's what we're going to talk about next. You're looking for a mortgage. It might be your first house. It might be a refinance. It might be your second home. For whatever reason, you're looking for a mortgage. So now what? Most people do this. They go to the websites and then they scan through all this stuff and this is what you'll see. I just could put it in, mortgage programs. So then you click up here, 10 best home loans. What are they? Oh boy, I got to fill out a questionnaire. Then what happens? Well, I don't want that. Then I go down here, 10 best loans 2022. Another survey. Can I just talk with somebody? Because why would you not go that route? Well, the main reason is who you ending up with? Who are they? Who are you going to deal with? Who knows? Okay, so if you're comfortable with that, God bless you. Okay, so what I wanted to do on this video is kind of go over the options that you have. And then we're going to break it down even thoroughly, more thorough than that. So let's go over to this spreadsheet I put together. All right. So what we're going to compare today is a bank, the online search engines, or my team. All right. Let's go through some of the main issues or the main things that people should be concerned about. Okay. So the first thing is, what kind of programs do they have for you? Okay. There's a whole bunch of things out there. There's FHA, VA, USDA, non-QM, jumbos, reverses, conventionals, bank statement programs, DSCRs, all this stuff. So your bank, do they offer those? Probably not. They're going to have one packet of deals that's probably conventional loans. They might do jumbos. They won't be doing non-QMs. They might do government loans, FHA and VA, but their credit scores might be out the roof and everything else. So that's probably not your best bet. Okay, so let's dive across this avenue. So the next, what do you do otherwise? Well, you go to the search engines. Who are you going to end up with? So what happens in the search engines, what you do is, like we just saw, you're going to go through and you're going to answer about 20 different questions. Then what that company does, they sell off your information to, at least in normal cases, about 10 different companies. Those are normally brokers or lenders. So now you have probably at least 10 people calling you, and they're going to call you continuously. So think of 10 telemarketers that are going to continue to call you until they get you and they pitch you, and then they're going to start cross-selling and all this. It's confusing, and it's going to take you a lot of time. Also, they're all going to promise you the world, but before they can really reach out to you and tell you exactly what they can or can't do, they got to pull your credit. So if you get sold to 10 different companies, for them to be able to give you a valid quote, everybody's going to have to pull your credit. What's going to happen to your credit score? Okay, so that's that. So let's go on to me. What do I do? Well, I am now the largest brokerage, or I'm a part of the largest mortgage brokerage in the country. I have 130, and there's much more than that, 130 lenders to choose from. And when you break it down, the bank that you might have applied for, I might be using them for some programs. The other lenders or other companies that are buying your leads, I might be working with them directly anyways. So I am your one-stop shop there. Okay, so let's put a check mark in. You put a check mark in wherever you feel, who wins that. Mortgage rates, your bank, they have one rate sheet only, okay? Your online search engine, well, it depends on who you end up with. Okay, I don't know, but you're going to get calls and promises and calls and credit pulls and everything from everybody. So who knows where that's going to take you. Me, again, we have over 130 lenders that I'm going to scan, and I'm going to show you this in a minute, how we scan all these companies with basically one click of my mouse. All right. So let's get to the next thing. Costs. The average cost, and I Googled this. Feel free to Google it. All my information is very accessible on the web. So just pull up average mortgage costs. You're going to see 1387. What that normally comes to is doc prep, processing, underwriting, all this other stuff. That does not include your appraisal, your credit report, and all the other stuff. That is just their miscellaneous fees. When you come over to the search engines, it depends, again, on who you end up getting stuck with. All right. What are ours? $8.95. That's it. It's for actually a third-party processing company to help us make sure your file goes through the process as efficient, as fast, and as accurate as possibly can be done. All right. Technology. Well, it's up to the banks. A lot of banks today are quasi-technical. I'll put it that way. My bank, you go in there. I even saw a typewriter in there recently. So, okay. But some banks are phenomenal. Other banks are going to be a little bit behind the times. The online search engine, who knows? Because I don't know where you're going to get placed. But this, again, only do this if you want about 20, 30, 40 calls a day. People just pounding you about getting your business. All right. Ours, it's basically state of the art. From finish or start to finish, you're going to see everything is technical, everything is online. And those that aren't tech savvy, we'll be more than happy to walk you through this process. Speed. Google. How long does it take the average bank to close a loan? It's going to come back, say 45 to 60 days. That's usually the normal. Search engines. Who knows who you're going to be placed with? That's the biggest question in this category right here. Ours, our average loan closes in 18 days. However, let me put a little caveat behind that. We need your help. Okay. So when disclosures get out, you need to sign in a timely basis. If we need an updated document from you, we need to get that in a timely basis. We can't be the ones to blame if it's going to take you a week to give us your disclosures or your pay stubs or your tax returns or your homeowners insurance. So it's a group effort. It's a team effort. The Frio team. You join us when you're getting a mortgage, and we work together to get you closed. Okay. So that's part of that equation, but we can close out loans up in usually on average 18 days. Some are faster, some are a little bit longer. Knowledge of the business, okay? The bank, normally what happens at a bank, the teller gets promoted into a customer service rep, and then they get promoted into the loan department, okay? So you might have somebody that really has never really done a mortgage, that just, recently came back from, just being a teller. Nothing against a teller. No disrespect there. I was actually a teller when I was in college, okay? So no disrespect, but experience is huge. Especially if you're working with 4, 5, 1.2 million, $2 million loans, you don't really want to work with a newbie, okay? Online search engines, again, who knows where you're going to end up? That's the scariest thing. Who knows where you're going to end up? Here, so when you're working with the Frio team, here's what's going to happen. You're going to call in. You're going to talk to a mortgage advisor. They're going to gather all your information. Basically, it's a fact-finding mission. Let's treat it as that, the first thing. Fact-finding mission. What are you looking to do and why? I ask why all the time. Okay, why you want that? Why? And it's just us picking your brain to kind of see what is most important to you. What is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish? Then that loan comes to me or maybe another senior management. We go through that and dissect it. No loan can basically be turned down or passed on until it goes through me. I'm the one that usually will try to fit that square peg in a round hole. I've done this for 30 years, 33 years. I've been an underwriter. I've owned my own companies. I've been in the title business. I've done every piece of this puzzle, so I know the business, okay? So let's break this down. Let's break the categories down once again. The mortgage programs, who wins? In my case, I'll vote on my end. I want the most amount of exposure to get me every program that I can possibly get qualified for, and then I choose. Okay, mortgage rates. Well, do I want a person with one rate or a person with tons of rates and tons of mortgage rate options? Let me explain it this way. Let me give you one analogy. If you're looking to buy a car and you go to a Cadillac dealer, you can most likely, unless you hit the used car section, you can buy a Cadillac. Okay, what if I don't want a Cadillac? I want a car, but I want my options. Okay. That's what we provide you. You come to us and we want a mortgage. Well, there, I might come up with a mortgage program you don't even know about that fits your wheelhouse perfectly. Okay. That's what we do. All right. So let's go back through and let's keep grading this thing. Mortgage rates. I scan your system, your loan to over 130 different lenders. Here's how that works. Let me pull the curtains behind the scene and let you guys be a little privy on how we do things. I just ran a loan through the system, and I'm blurring out the lenders that you qualify for. But the scenario behind this was a $350,000 purchase, $280,000 loan. So that's 80% financing on a 30-day lock. And the desired price is zero. I won't explain that to you right now. Here's what happens to us. I just ran it, and here's all the rate options that I got. Okay, and I'm going to explain this to you in a second. But I'm going to keep going. Okay, I hope you get the gist. I'm not at the bottom yet, but let me go up to the top. So here's what you're looking at. The 30-year fixed rate with this particular lender on a 30-day lock is 4.125. All right, and in this case, this lender would actually give you a rebate back of $1,456. All right, so that's the best rate right now in the country. You go down here, we'll just scroll down a little bit. And now this one, this particular company here, they'll charge you the same rate, but instead of getting $1,400 back, you owe $45. Let's scroll down even further. Go down, let's go down here. Let's go down to the bottom a little bit. You go over here, 4.125, the same rate. You go across here. This one would cost you $2,416 to get that rate. So why would you go to the bank? They don't have the options for you. Why would you go to the online systems, plug in all your data, have 10, 20, 30 different companies calling you, promising you the world, but they can't really validate a quote to you until they pull your credit, and they pull your credit, pull your credit, pull your credit, pull your credit. And then what? When you can apply it one place, one credit pool, 30 years of experience, and you just saw, I can scan almost the entire country, every lender in the country, to find you the best rate. So you decide what you think is the best, the bank, the web search, or the Frio team. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate your time. Hope you found value in my channel. If you do, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit the bell every time I post a video, you get an alert. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.